Next, we will have Vicki Lugo from Pilsen Alliance.
All right.
Good morning. My name is Vicki Lugo. I'm from Pilsen, parent of a child in Pilsen Community Academy. Last year, CPS tried to kill our schools by shutting it down. They did not succeed, but left our school badly wounded. Instead of having time to help my kids with homework, I have had to fight to help the little things that we have for our kids. It's time to have a People's Choice school board. Apparently the people on the board, already on the board, are not doing things correctly. They need to stop thinking about dollar signs and start thinking about our kids' futures so we can raise smart, educated doctors, presidents, teachers, or politicians rather than individuals who can only afford to finish high school. Throw out the bankers and bring in people who really care about our kids' education.
Go ahead.
That's right. Go ahead. In Pilsen, 42% of the population older than 25 years old do not have a high school diploma or GED. How are our kids going to succeed in life if they can't get the basic tools they need in order to just get through school? Thank you.
All right.
So that is going to conclude our press conference. We're not against teachers, principals, or administrators, because we do understand as a group that they get their marching orders from the people on this 5th floor and that appointed school board downtown. So make no mistake, we stand with those folks and we're saying we need a representative elected school board.
How would an elected school board handle $1 billion projected deficit that the school system is facing?
We wouldn't put out PR for 50 charter schools. We wouldn't. We're not saying that this elected school board is the silver bullet, but the people who are making decisions now are making them with their head. You need to make it with your heart. We understand, the people in the community members, parents, and teachers, we understand the needs of our kids. You do not have to reinvent the wheel to make great schools, but you keep making bad decisions and bad policies based on money. That's what this is about. And if we're such in a deficit, you're building new schools.
That's right.
So where's the deficit? You're about to build 2 new schools, but you can't fix on the schools that are already in. What happens with these 48 buildings that you've all closed? What's going to happen? That's money going to waste. Then you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on safe passage patrol, events for the kids to get together, to get to bond and know each other. So where are the savings? You're lying to us. You're lying to the taxpayers. Because this ain't got nothing to do with budgets. This is about the kids you're serving. And it's only happening to black and brown children.
That's true. That's right.
How do you keep an elected school board from becoming politicized?
How could it be more political than it is?
I was just going to say it's out. We live in a political wheel. You get people on that board, you put a cap on it. There are rules. Why is it that in Illinois, this is the only city in Illinois that does have an appointed school board? Why? It's because of the children you serve. And we're not saying it's going to fix everything and overnight the heavens are going to open up and everything will be perfect, but we'll have real choice. Now we don't have choices. It's either you take the shiny new charter that has nothing really going on in it, or you put your kids in a school and you know the classrooms are overcrowded. You know that the kids are not getting what they need, so we don't have real parent choice. And we're tired. We pay taxes just like everybody else. We're no different. Our kids deserve the best. Not to say the kids up north don't deserve the best, the kids in the suburbs, but all kids, and that's all we're saying. The mayor kids goes to a place where, like she said, the classroom size is 24. Why can't that be a CPS? They're talking about taking the cap off special education students. So not only are you going to have 31 and 40 kids in a classroom with Jeanette students, so the kids who already need support and special needs, you're going to take the cap off. So now you're going to have a room with special education kids with 31 kids in it, and how they are supposed to learn. So it's an attack on working class family. That's it. That's what it is, because it's only happened to low income and working families.
What will you do with the
more education choice? Does that include vouchers?
The jury is still out on the vouchers. I just want to be able to take my child to a school that's right across the street that they put $5 billion in, and they got all these resources to say I can leave my child there and have the trust to say that my child is going to get educated. I am an 80s baby. How is it in 1980 that I'm getting a better education than my kids in 2013? You got iPads, you got laptops, you got computers. Every kid is supposed to have this. You threw all of these gifts. You got air conditioning. How is it that kids cannot be educated in 2013? Tell me how. It's because of the kids you're serving. Let's make it plain. This is about race. This is racist, period. It doesn't happen anywhere else. Go to any of these suburban schools. Go to any school past Cermak going up north. You don't have any of that. Most definitely. So we're saying, do right by our children. How can you say your kids are better than mine when you never leveled this playing field? My kids don't have the same. Your kids are no better than mine. The difference is your kids, it happened under different circumstances. My kids aren't given the tools. It's bad when a child goes to school. I'm 1980. My name is in the book, now my child's name in the book. Explain that to us. Nobody can, because it's wrong.
What do you do with the complaints that you hear?
Democracy, not a dictatorship.
What will you do with the complaints that you hear at the board meeting? Will you report that back to CPS or just
We
ignore
will,
them
and we'll
entirely?
work together to help those schools. Everybody that you see out here is in some form or shape, fashion connected to a school. I'm on the local school council. We got people who are community members. We're already working in those schools. The first day of school, asked me where I was in front of my child's school at 7:30 in the morning to greet every student so they knew there are people here to support you. The people in the community are cleaning up CPS's mess as usual. So you got community members that are in the school. You got these accountability committees to make sure that all the gifts that were promised to these schools is put in place. Mollison had a transformer to blow the second day of school. And why did it? Because CPS dropped the ball and did not inform ComEd that they're putting all these electronics and they're putting these air conditioners in the school that should have had air conditioning anyway.